Make good habits. There is a lot of stuff going on in today's world where uh, one's daily routine is plastered all over the internet. You know, you have billionaires who wake up at 9 o'clock and drink, I don't know, like mushroom coffee or some shit. Like I literally could care less. Um, but I want to talk about your habits, your daily habits, and in what you're doing with your life. You know, um, growing up in the 2000s, early 2000s, 2010s. Yo, who graduated in 2021 from high school, huh? Put it down below what year you graduated high school. Anyway, um, there are a lot of people in the time that I graduated very big into doing very bad habits. Okay, lots of kids were drinking, a lot of kids were vaping, an insane amount of kids were vaping actually, smoking weed, all that stuff. And nowadays, I wonder, what habits do you have that are detrimental to your life, to your well being, and are you willing to give them up? Because making good habits encourages good personal growth and can allow us to just be happier, honestly. Um, one habit that I've been trying to get better at is drinking more water. Okay. I don't drink nearly enough water throughout the day. If I'm not playing sports or anything, I'm definitely not getting enough water because that's really the only time that I do drink is when I'm playing sports, because I just during the day, I'll just go to the bathroom like 7 million times a day, and I feel like it's an inconvenience. But I'm the positive health effects of drinking enough water far far farly outweigh the effects of having to go to the bathroom an extra few times of the day. You know, that might just be my stubbornness because it's mad goofy, super goofy, actually. That has been something that has kept me from starting a good habit. But I've also been fortunate enough and street smart enough, I guess, to not partake in really many detrimental habits. Um, Thankfully, I didn't drink in high school. I didn't smoke weed. I didn't vape or anything. I'd never touch a vape, and I encourage all of you to stop if you are. But I'm not your mother. I'm not your dad. Um, but I do want to ask you, if you do those things, why do you do them? Why do you think it's necessary? That would be my question to you. I would encourage all of you to evaluate your lives and to just ask yourself, is this habit that I'm doing fruitful? Is it providing me something to make me happier? Is it something that I'm using as a vice to try to cope with something else? Because when we look at our lives and we look at the things that we do, we can get a good understanding of where we are at in our lives just based on the vices that we use to get through difficult times. If you're in a pretty good spot and then something goes awry and you start drinking heavily, you might not realize it. But if you were to look at it from an outsider perspective, you might be able to see, oh, yeah, this is probably a little bit too much, or I'm using this as a vice to try to cope. And people have a lot of issues cutting those bad habits. But I also think that it's just as important to create good habits as it is to cut out the bad ones. Think of Indiana Jones switching out the idol in in the cave room. Okay, granted, that didn't necessarily work, but real life is not Indiana Jones, and Indiana Jones is not real life. But it's the same premise, where if you take a bad habit, it's much easier to kind of switch it out with one that's good, if it's something that you stick to and it's something that you enjoy. Now, obviously there's going to be some difficulty in that, but what's life if it's not difficult? You know what I'm saying? Life sucks a lot of the time, but we can't say that part out loud, everybody. Not say that part out loud. It's not how the world works. So, we keep moving forward, and we go from there. Good habits. Waking up a little bit early. I get into a bad habit at school where I go to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? And I wake up at 10:30 because my classes don't start until noon or something. And yeah, sure, like, theoretically, like, it's fine, but what am I really doing? Like, what I could be doing so many other things so much earlier into the day and getting good, like, revitalizing sleep, yet I'm just staying up. And I'm not telling everybody that they have to be up at 7:30, but waking up a little bit earlier, that's something that I'm trying to do this semester over the next coming months. I encourage all of you to do it with me, you know. Wake up a little bit earlier, try to get the work done sooner, and then play. I also kind of tend to play games and you know, push off and procrastinate all of my work that I have to be doing or things like that, where it's obviously not the best, but that's why I'm trying to work on it, and that's why I'm trying to encourage better habits for myself. That's really the name of the game, because if we don't have good habits, well, that's gonna be a tough life. It's gonna be a tough life, I'm sure. I wouldn't know too much, for I am not that wise yet. I aspire to be wise, but I, at this current moment, am definitely not that wise. So, you don't need to take advice from me, but I do still encourage you guys to pick up a new habit. I definitely want to hear what you're going to try to do to try to better yourself, because everybody's New Year's resolutions, dude, they always freaking fail. Nobody can hold to their New Year's resolutions. Which I just think is really funny anyway, because it's just like, oh, we're going to make good habits, and then you just never do them. Well, if you ever failed the New Year's resolution, I want to ask you, why did you fail it? Was there a specific reason as to why, or were you just lazy? Because being lazy is terrible. Not fun. Well, you would think it's fun for a little bit to just sit around and do nothing, but laziness can be very detrimental to more people than just you. All the people you love, everybody. It's not as one-sided as one may think. So I know that I will kind of continue to try to make good habits and cut out the bad habits that I may have, because I want to live a healthy lifestyle. I want to live a lifestyle where I am comfortable and I'm happy and I'm healthy. Healthy, dude. Healthiness above all. I currently make it a habit to try to go to the gym as much as I can, because not only does it make me feel good, but I start to look a little bit better, you know. I'm currently on a bulk right now, so I've gained about 8 or 9 pounds, and I'll look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn, I'm such a fat piece of shit, you know. But it's also like, it's planned, you know what I mean? Like, I literally chose to get a little chubby so I could put on some muscle. And I'm comfortable doing that because going to the gym for me is a good habit. It is a habit. It's not just a one-off thing. And I know that I'm doing these things for a reason, because I'm capable of losing that weight. I'm capable of eating a little bit more unhealthy, so then I can basically put more muscle on. You know what I mean? If you're gonna have any habits, make them good habits. Encourage your friends to also create good habits and to kick the ones that are detrimental to their well-being. Because if you don't take care of yourself, well, you're not gonna last too long on this earth. And I don't know about you, but I want to stay on this earth as long as I can with as many of my friends as I can. Because I hate losing people. I hate it more than anything in the entire world. So I don't want to get too somber. I guess don't want to get too somber because this is a happy video. This is an encouragement video. Okay, we're encouraging each other here. But definitely, boys, make sure to let me know what habit you're gonna pick up, what habit you're gonna kick, because we're out here. We're becoming better people. We're becoming kick-ass. Like, it gets a hell yeah from me. That's all I'm gonna say on that front, boys. So, I'm gonna try to fix this goofy-ass looking house and try to make it look nice, and we're gonna go from there. But I'll see you boys in the next one. Deuces.